Yes, I
right?
remember it very well.
Yes, I just read a bit about in the talking about the Winter Olympic memories. So this month, the Japanese media is full of news related to the Winter Olympic in Pyeongchang, South Korea. It feels good to have a Asian country hosting the game again, but the Olympic that will be for my in my memories forever be number one, and the and also held in Nagano in 1998. So to be honest, I mean I'm when I was young, I'm not interested in a sporting event, of course, especially winters. Uh, in my child, around the mountain in Nagano cities, the people enjoyed the sports, winter sports, like skiing,
Mhm.
skating, a lot of the winter sports activity. But the Winter Olympics are an exception for myself. So this is because there are future more sports and athlete that family to us in Nagano. The Nagano Olympics was the second Winter Games to take place outside of Europe and the United States. So I have a question about the Olympic in ages.
Okay,
So is this the first Winter Olympic in Japan? Which cities uh, were held in a region or city? You know that?
like I mean, like which
Which
Olympics have been held in Asian cities?
Asian? I'm sorry, Japan.
In Japan.
Yes,
So Japan has only had three, well, two Olympics, and then this upcoming one will be its third.
right.
Mhm. So, um, so the
So
first time
yes.
was the, um, what was it? It was
Okay,
in,
right, no problems. So maybe it's next time to 2 years later, 2020 in Tokyo Olympic summer, right?
right. So
Right?
it was 1964,
Yeah.
1998, and then 2020.
Yes. So the first time in the Summer Olympic, the 19 maybe 20, 64, 28,
64,
64 in
1964.
Tokyo. It's the first time. Second time so
Mhm.
next 2 years, right? So the first Winter Olympic city in Japan was
Nagano.
no. Okay, and
The first one.
Sapporo.
Oh,
Yes, the first the globally the 11th Winter Olympics held in Sapporo in 1972. All right.
okay, yeah. Now I
Yes.
remember that.
Right. So I vividly remembered how the dusty, crowded, and noisy in Nagano City was during the years, during the weeks, 2 weeks, only 2 weeks for Olympics, Winter Olympic and the season. It's prepared to host the Winter Games. The only miles in Nagano City is populated around the 300, uh, sorry, 350,000 people and the usual, but the about 10 times and the athlete, also the media, also the tourist, they gather to the Nagano City. 3 million people, 2 weeks. And
Mm,
very crowded. But it's kind of the Tokyo during the for 2 weeks. I just
right.
really exciting memory, 1998. So the next couple days, right, and the actually we can see that the Asian Winter Games Olympics. So I'm very happy. So, right. So I understand that in the United States, a lot of the competition, the Winter Games was held. So, so many cities, summer and the winters, and were held in the United States. I cannot memorize the all of them, the city in the winter and the summer games. So, do you know that do you not every state or every city were held in the United States?
Like every um like every place where
Yes,
US is held.
yes.
um okay. I know a few of them.
Right.
So I know that um we hosted in 2002
Mm-hmm.
was Winter Olympics.
Right.
That was Salt Lake City, Utah.
Yeah, Salt Lake City.
Um, 1996 was Summer Olympics, and that was Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, I remember that. Carl Lewis.
Yeah, that's I had just come back from Japan.
Oh, really?
No, I mean I just left from Japan.
Okay.
Left the US to go to Japan.
At that time,
Uh,
so you watching the games on the Japan TV,
yeah,
right? That's good.
yes. So um, then 1984 was Los Angeles.
Ah,
Um,
Los Angeles.
because my parents went to that one, so they have lots of like collectibles from 1984 Summer Olympics.
Right, right. So I remember that the Los Angeles in the first in the opening ceremonies in the one guys I remember that the flying that the in the gymnast I'm flying that the stadiums maybe opening
Um,
ceremony. Yeah, one guy the
uh,
flying and the yeah,
yeah, I'm
yeah,
trying to remember.
yeah, whatever said.
Yeah, because that was I think that was also the one that um, um, in 1984. I think it was also that was also the year that uh, was it Russia? Like a couple of the like uh, Russian and um, like Russian and other countries, they boycotted that
Right,
Olympics.
right, right. Very historical
Hmm.
news in the world in the
Yeah.
for the
So,
Olympic Games.
um, yes. And then let's see. Who, what other Olympics was there? There was 1984 Winter Olympics was in Lake Placid, New York.
Ah, right, plastics. Yes,
Lake
but the
Placid, yeah.
Japanese people didn't remember that all that because the cities of the name is very complicated. Very, yeah, it's a long time ago.
Yeah, it was quite a long time
Yes,
ago.
yes, quite a long time ago. Right. Okay. Thank you so much, you
Of course.
yeah, to remembering that the at the when you are living in Kanagawa, and
Hmm.
you often see that the sports events like ball games, the gymnastic, and the athlete. So for the 4 years in Kanagawa's, uh,
Hmm.
did you often see that the sports event?
Well, like I would go to like baseball games.
Hmm.
Like we would go to see like the um, DNA Bay All Stars. Is that right? Bay Stars? Bay Stars.
Yokohama based up.
Bay,
It's
Yokohama Bay
baseball with
Stars.
professional team. Yes.
Yeah. So we would go see them. Yeah, I'm trying to like. Usually that was like the only real sporting event I would go to.
Right. So I remember that the Yokohama City is near the Minatomirai areas and
Mm.
Chinese town, Chinatown. It's around the city, and
Yes.
one of the big the stadiums for Yokohama-based team, teams. So I often visit this stadium to see that baseball games so often. Very fun.